Hello again. Today we're going to talk about the formula for a wealthy career. Yesterday we talked about you need to have a high self-worth in order to feel worthy to ask for those pay rises because your net worth is a reflection of your self-worth. And if you have a low self-worth, you're going to have a low net worth as well. But there's another side of the equation. So I explained briefly yesterday that I developed this quadrant called the worth quadrant. So on the bottom you have your self-worth, low to high, and on the side you have your other worth from low to high. Now, what is other worth? Other worth is how much you value others. It's how much you value your friends, your family, your colleagues, your clients. And you need to have other worth because ultimately that's where your money is going to come from your client income, from your pay rises, from your salary. You're not going to give yourself one, it's going to come from other people. If you don't value others, it's unlikely it's going to happen. And you see that a lot with rich kids. Rich kids, they expect something for nothing. They have a high self-worth but a low other worth. As a result, they expect something for nothing. It's very narcissistic almost. People with, low, uh, low other worth but high self-worth are usually a little bit narcissistic. They believe like, oh, I'm the best one. Now, these kind of people, they're, spoiled brat. They don't know the value of money. And that's often because, they've been fed with a silver spoon in their mouth. On the other hand, where we want to get to is people with a high other worth. Again, because people with a high other worth, they get pay rises because they do things for others, and as a result of the law of compensation, they get rewarded for that. People with a high other worth, they want to work and add value to help others. They put other people's needs above their self. So they provide value and they get paid accordingly. And this is the formula for a wealthy career. It's high self-worth and high other worth. It's really important to have both because if you have low self-worth and high other worth, you're going to do things for other people, but you don't get paid for it because they take advantage of you. If you have high other worth, if you have high self-worth but low other worth, you're a spoiled brat and you expect something for nothing. You need to have a high self-worth and a high net worth in order to optimize your pay rises and your salary. How do you do this? How do you increase your self-worth? You need to research your industry and marketplace. What are they looking for? How can you add value to them? What are some of the skills and experiences that you have that you can add to them? The second question is, ask yourself, how can you add value to your employer, to your business, and your clients? Go back to the lesson about task-based versus achievement-based. How can you create more achievements and results for your company? It's for others, and that's how you create high other worth. And the last question, don't just focus on yourself and your own needs, but those of others as well. And I don't want to say you have to sacrifice yourself. You need to have both. High self-worth, look after yourself, and high other worth, look after others' needs as well.